Hi, this video is all about social media for suppliers. And I'm joined today with Tyler Kemp, who is our social media product lead, as well as Wade Horb, our vice president of sales. Wade, let's talk, to you first about this.
Sure.
Why social media? Why is that a good time right now in terms of why suppliers should look at investing in social media?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, great question, Kevin. So I would say, previous to COVID, social media was something that more of a brand awareness, a brand play. It applied to, I would say, more to the independent practice. Not saying that suppliers couldn't take part in it, but the viewership or the engagement, you would assume or think that it would go towards more to the independent practice. However, since COVID crisis, and since everybody being at home, and again, I like to relate all advertising to the amount of eyeballs that can see your brand. Today, people are on their laptops, they're on their smartphones, they are consuming so much more advertising and just so much more messaging, education, research, you name it. And the interesting stat that I heard recently is that social media itself has seen about a 40% increase in terms of its viewership. And that's just not for like independent practices. That's now suppliers. So people are looking to learn more about your brand, more about the product you carry, what you can do for them. So they're using social media now as a hub where they can go and get educated. It's not just about seeing pretty pictures or, it's trying to just understand like business to consumer type of, I guess, messaging. It's now business to business, right?
Cool. And Ty, what about the what? Like what is social media right now? Because a lot of times people talk to us and they say digital marketing and they associate that with social media, but really what is for suppliers, what is social media?
Right now, it is the best way to be able to adapt to the very quickly changing environment. We don't know what's going to be happening tomorrow, let alone a month from now. So being able to change your messaging on the fly is incredibly vital, because something you planned out a month ago or something you're planning out a month from right now may not be relevant. So with organic social media, being able to go and adjust and change up your strategy, change up the wording, change up the post that you put out there is key right now. The other side of that is this right now is allowing suppliers to be able to communicate with their customers in a kind of a two-way communication. This is something unique about organic social media that isn't the same in a lot of other advertising mediums, is that you can pose a question, the suppliers can pose a question to their clients and they can respond back or ask questions. It's a great way to build a relationship right now and show that even through all this and the craziness that everyone is going through, they still have the commitment to creating those relationships and getting the proper products to their customer in the best way possible.
Yeah, and I think it's important to know that while nobody is buying right now, everyone is always shopping. And what I mean by that is, as they're at home, as they're trying to figure out how to adapt their business to whatever world we're going to be walking into, they're researching new product lines. They're looking at how can they adapt their business to be more agile, to better serve their customers. And so right now, they're in such evaluation mode, and being present and having a voice and sharing your story is absolutely important. And social media is a great way to do that through Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, right? It's kind of all those platforms. Ty, can you talk a little bit about the process? So if I'm a supplier and I wanted to work with you and your team regarding social media, what can I expect in terms of how the process goes?
Yeah, so my team will start off by getting to know your brand and getting to know kind of, we like to try and personify your brand in a way that's going to communicate your messaging and create kind of the unique nuances that make your company different and make your product different. So looking into that and creating a strategy of how best to communicate that to your clients, while at the same time creating high quality posts, so photos, captions, localized and individualized hashtags to reach your audience in the best way possible, scheduling all those out and monitoring those accounts. So that way we're able to take a look at which types of posts are really reaching your clients in the best way. And like we talked about a couple minutes ago, being able to adjust on the fly to recognize if a certain type of post is doing better than others, that's the direction that we can move on.
Cool. And when we talk about results, a lot of times we want to invest in social media. What can I expect in terms of results? And so, Wade, I'm going to ask you that.
Oh, all right. $1 million question in terms of results. So I think when I started my previous chat here earlier, I was discussing that social media is and has been very much a brand play, like a brand building. It's part of like building brand awareness. That's the part of foundation that you're kind of creating for your actual practice. And even as a supplier, that is truly what you're trying to use social media for. But you know what? It's interesting because having so many people at home and I guess just their appetite for more information and learning more and the research they're doing, that what me and my team would like to do is we'd like to sit down and set the expectation, understand what your objective is, so that when we work with Tyler and his team, we can kind of like bring that all to the table. So it's kind of like, is it about getting your brand out? Is it talking about a specific product that you carry? Is it, what is the messaging? What do we look to achieve? What is your end goal by using social media? And also, Kevin, a really important piece too is, what is it tying to as well? Like, are we using any other lead generation tactic along with this brand awareness? Because if we are, then again, the goals could be heightened, the objectives are bigger, and of course, setting a proper expectation with any one of our clients, both supplier or practice. Again, it's just about having the conversation and making sure that they understand what we're doing step by step by step, making sure that message gets sent to Tyler so that when Tyler has the meeting with our client, that he understands what their objectives are and he can essentially get those wheels in motion, so to speak.
Cool. And so if you are interested in social media, the way that we work together is first we develop a strategy. So Ty's team will create that strategy. And then the investment comes down to how often would you like us to post per week. So we have packages at 1 time a week, 3 times a week, and 5 times a week. It is very custom to you, your business, your objectives, your audience, and it is a one-on-one relationship with a social media strategist, whether it's Ty or somebody on his team. If you're interested to talk about social media or all the other solutions that are on this page, fill out the form. You will go right to Wade and his team. You will book a consultation, and we'll work with you to develop a plan that fits both your budget and your objectives. Thank you.